Hare Krishna, everyone. Welcome back to the daily readings of Srila Prabhupada's books. We're in a very difficult situation, but there are lessons to be learned in every situation. I just read a little article that describes how the Yamuna River is purifying itself. You know, if you cut yourself and you just leave it, in most cases, it heals itself, because that's the nature of the human body and organic bodies in general. Even if it gets an accident, it heals. We have doctors that help in certain ways in certain cases, but just in a general principle, when you cut, then it heals. The Yamuna is now purifying itself after years and years and years of political endeavor to convince political leaders to do something about the horrendous condition of the Yamuna River. Now it's purifying itself because the human beings are being told they have to stay home and they can't do their normal activities, which normally pollute the earth and the water and the air. And similarly, there are innocent, good-hearted people who were stepping forward in this emergency, and the depths of the human heart are being plumbed, and good things are coming out as citizens volunteer to help take care of others. In the meantime, the politicians, of course, are fighting and making political hay out of whatever they can, even of disasters. But let us take advantage of this situation and plumb the depths of our human heart, the soul of the human heart. And of course, the same soul is in every heart, but human beings have this extra added facility to be able to improve themselves and think spiritually. So in this daily readings of Srila Prabhupada's books, we're trying our best to add something positive. And more than just adding something positive, this isn't a material formula. It is the need of the day, the crying need of the day. So many commentators, politicians, scientists are discussing how to improve things, how to come out the other side of this pandemic, a better place, a better person, in one degree or another. But the soul actually is made of love and eternity and knowledge. It's there inside the heart. And conscience is there. The super soul is there to give us conscience. So let us hear the Caitanya-caritämrta in order to purify our hearts and develop the deepest level of compassion and try to help others learn about the laws of nature, the material and spiritual laws of nature, and how they can work together to make us whole as individuals and as societies. This is the International Society for Krishna Consciousness, established by Srila Prabhupada for the purpose of introducing to human society what it has forgotten, the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the Yuga avatar for this particular Kali Yuga. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur said that Caitanya-caritämrta was his life and soul. Our own Srila Prabhupada said that the Caitanya-caritämrta was his only solace as he came over in the boat to America and spent a year by himself struggling. The only solace was Sri Caitanya-caritämrta. So let us make this Caitanya-caritämrta our solace, our life and soul, and it will awaken in us pure love for Krishna, pure love for Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, in a very beautiful poetic glorification of the Caitanya-caritämrta, said this: in due course, Mahapralaya, devastating floods, will inundate the entire universe. If you attempt to survive by swimming in that deluge, then do not neglect to take hold of Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, and Sri Caitanya-caritämrta. Or if you cannot hold all three, then release Bhagavad Gita. If necessary, you may also relinquish Srimad Bhagavatam, but under no circumstances release your hold on Sri Caitanya-caritämrta. For if this one book remains, then the flood can do no actual damage, because after it is subsided, the message of Shastra can be revived from Sri Caitanya-caritämrta alone, it being the essence of all Shastra. And we have seen in just the first 2.5 chapters we've read how the Bhagavad Gita verses come regularly to explain the highest things. Bhagavatam verses to explain the highest things. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhaktavinda Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhaktavinda. So we reached the 4th chapter of the Ädi-lilä, in which Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is explaining the confidential reasons for the appearance of Lord Chaitanya. We've already heard that he came to invoke the Yuga Dharma of this age, the congregational chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, and to spread love for Krishna, love for himself, to anyone and everyone. It's never been done before. And now he's explaining how he wants to taste the glories of Srimati Radharani's love, how he wants to taste what it is in him that she sees in him that evokes that love. And in doing so, he's explaining different things about what will happen. And here we have reached the 31st verse. And he's talking about just the verse before it, just to bring us into the point. In text 30, he says, Krishna speaking, neither the gopis nor I shall notice this. By this, he means that Yogamaya he says, taking these pure devotees with me, I shall descend and sport in various wonderful ways, unknown even in Vaikuntha. I shall broadcast such pastimes by which even I am amazed. The influence of Yogamaya will inspire the gopis with the sentiment that I am their paramour. Now, he says, neither the gopis nor I shall notice this, for our minds will always be entranced by one another's beauty and qualities. Text 31. Pure attachment will unite us, even at the expense of moral and religious duties, dharma. Destiny will sometimes bring us together and sometimes separate us. Purport. The gopis came out to meet Krishna in the dead of night when they heard the sound of his flute. Srila Rupa Goswami has accordingly composed a nice verse that describes the beautiful boy called Govinda, standing by the bank of the Yamuna with his flute to his lips in the shining moonlight. You can find that verse in Ädi-lilä, chapter 5, verse 220. Those who want to enjoy life in the materialistic way of society, friendship, and love should not go to the Yamuna to see the form of Govinda. The sound of Lord Krishna's flute is so sweet that it has made the gopis forget all about their relationships with their kinsmen and flee to Krishna in the dead of night. By leaving home in that way, the gopis transgressed the Vedic regulations of household life. This indicates that when natural feelings of love for Krishna become fully manifest, a devotee can neglect conventional social rules and regulations. In the material world, we are situated in designated positions only, but pure devotional service begins when one is freed from all designations. When love for Krishna is awakened, the designated positions are overcome. The spontaneous attraction of Sri Krishna for his dearest parts and parcels generates an enthusiasm that obliges Sri Krishna and the gopis to meet together. To celebrate this transcendental enthusiasm, there is need for a sentiment of separation between the lover and beloved. In the condition of material tribulation, no one wants the pangs of separation, but in the transcendental form, the very same separation, being absolute in its nature, strengthens the ties of love and enhances the desire of the lover and beloved to meet. The period of separation, evaluated transcendentally, is more relishable than the actual meeting, which lacks the feelings of increasing anticipation because the lover and beloved are both present. Text 32. I shall taste the essence of all these rasas, and in this way I shall favor all the devotees. 33. Then, by hearing about the pure love of the residents of Braja, devotees will worship me on the path of spontaneous love, abandoning all rituals of religiosity and fruitive activity. Purport. Many realized souls, such as Raghunath Das Goswami and King Kulashekar, have recommended with great emphasis that one develop this spontaneous love of Godhead, even at the risk of transgressing all the traditional codes of morality and religiosity. Sri Raghunath Das Goswami, one of the 6 Goswamis of Vrindavan, has written in his prayers called the Manak Shiksha that one should simply worship Radha and Krishna with all attention. Nadharmam nadharmam shrutikana niruktam kilakuru. One should not be much interested in performing Vedic rituals or simply following rules and regulations. King Kulashekar has written similarly in his book Mukunda Mala Stotra 5. Nasta dharme na vasuchichaye naivakamo pabhoge yad bhavya tad bhavatu bhagavan purva karmanurupam etat pratyam mama bahumatam janma janmantare p.
I just realized I posted this on Daily Srimad Bhagavatam, not on Daily Readings of few Prabhupada's books.
We've just heard that Abhaya's made a mistake and posted this to the wrong place. So what we'll do is we'll post it to the right place from the wrong place through Davide. So stay tuned. King Kulashekar. Oh, that means nobody's there.
Yeah. 3 people in there.
Okay. So we're going to stop now, and we're going to start it again, and we're going to repeat what we just did, and we're going to go as long as we have to do to catch up. Stay tuned, kids, stay tuned.